It seems everywhere we turn today, unethical behavior and decisions abound. The Rotary Club of Erie, a chapter of Rotary International, recently joined with Mercyhurst College's Evelyn Lincoln Institute for Ethics and Society on Mercyhurst campus to host the region's first ever Ethics Symposium. The event looked at the prevention and possible ramifications to some of these unethical decisions using its long-established four-way test. Mary D'Angelo, Performing Arts Center Director, and Rotary Club President-elect Michael Furman played a key role in bringing the event together and in making sure the day ran smoothly.
Getting them out, when we approach them from the Rotary Club, is how would you like to join together and talk about a critical issue about ethics.
The symposium was designed for high school students, mostly juniors ages 16 and 17, to talk about ethics, its definition, its applications, and daily tests and some of its surrounding philosophical ideas and debates. The morning began early, with registration kicking off at 7:30. Students began arriving and appeared interested in gaining a better understanding of ethics from the beginning.
A better idea of everything about and surrounding ethics kind of thing. So, because a lot of people are just like, ethics, what is that? So a lot of people describe it as a checkup. So hopefully to see that we passed the test. So I guess that's what I'm hoping to get out of it so far.
It was an acting program, so I figured I would learn different things about different cultures and learn probably some things about college too at the same time.
I'd like to get a better understanding of what ethics is, rather than just what's right and what's wrong, because it's not always that clear. It's really hard to make ethical decisions. In a lot of the situations that we're presented with, it's this is right and this is wrong, but there's also there's a lot of gray area involved in it.
Some had already dealt with several ethical issues in their high school classes.
Well, lately in theology we've been studying the death penalty and stuff like that. So I think that maybe they're going to go for stuff like that. A lot of just moral issues. Is it the most loving way to take care of things?
Been doing a lot of capital punishment, euthanasia, stuff like that. So hopefully we can take the knowledge we've been doing in class and relate it back to here and what we're doing today.
Students filed into the Walker Recital Hall, where introductions were made and general thoughts shared among Rotary members.
The first question is it the truth? That's very simple but very telling. Second, is it fair to all concerned? Not some, to all concerned.
Gannon University Schuster Theater Director Reverend Sean Clerkin donated his time to craft a play for the students to enjoy at the day's beginning. Aptly named Choices, it dealt with the decisions high schoolers face each day.
Here we go. Another Monday morning. Another chance to get it right. Or we screw it up like last Monday and the Monday before.
I love you.
I love you too.
I don't ever want to lose you.
And I don't want to be lost by you.
Forever.
Forever. And sometimes I realize that word doesn't just mean through senior prom. In high school, there's so much pressure to commit to only one person, to be serious, to make that relationship work. If you're not in a relationship, then people might think, maybe there's a reason that person's single.
The play really related on teenage life, so it was fun to know that they could make a play of what's really going on in a teenage life. It was just interesting.
Students, Rotary moderators, and professors then broke into small discussion groups for separate 50-minute sessions held in classrooms throughout the academic center. Junior Achievement of Erie offered Act 48 credits toward high school teacher certification and further examined ways to use the four-way test as guiding principle for ethical dilemmas in the classroom.
So this is an excellent example of a sense of obligation the way religion gives ethics, right? Where else do you get your ethics from?
Just anywhere you surround yourself with, friends.
So it's not written in stone, this person once and for all, you can't change. How does one go about making that decision to change? Say that you're not completely happy with yourself. How do you go about, making that change?
I have people that I know for sure they're not going to succeed. I have friends that I know for sure they're not going to succeed. But that says nothing about my future because I know who I am, I know where I'm going, and I know where I want to be 5 or 10 years from now. So you drinking and partying and doing all those stuff you're not supposed to do, it don't say anything about me.
We wanted them to feel that they're exploring something for the first time. And when they come across a situation, That's the point in which the faculty member uses their experience to say, okay, Jared made this decision. Now, is it an ethical decision? Is it right? Is it wrong? What are the ramifications to you personally, to your family, to your team? So we don't tell them this is the way you should behave. We illuminate the circumstances and we allow them to have the epiphany and to say, this is the decision we need to make.
Bad attitude, and like everybody around me is in a bad attitude.
It rubs off too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at Chuck E. Cheese, and we always like have to keep each other upbeat because being in a bad mood with all those kids just never works.
They've really been able to articulate too some of the standards which are reflected in the Rotary four-way test. I mean, they do recognize what's fair, what's not fair, what's the truth, what's not the truth. So it's, and they also recognize that their peer group is an important part of what influences the way they behave.
Yeah, I was impressed with that too.
Yeah.
Not just about what they realized was right and wrong, but again, how they realize that there's all this pressure on them, and that's why they are doing or not doing certain things.
Lunch was provided, and then students returned to Walker Hall for a short but important afternoon session. Mercyhurst's Evelyn Lincoln Institute for Ethics and Society co-directors Kevin Sullivan and Daniel McPhee led the proceeding. Employing an open mic format with a small faculty panel, Drs. Sullivan and McPhee engaged students in a lively debate on the day's topics.
But that's just not true. Because one person can affect another person who can affect many more people. That's Martin Luther Parks and Martin Luther King and anyone else who changed anything in society.
You go!
Like, we all have very different opinions on a lot of subjects, but I think that, like, what we, just like in general in society, like progressives, like being able to listen to other people's opinions, just because someone has a different opinion than you doesn't mean that they don't deserve to like say what they believe. Like, I think that you just need to listen to everyone and try to understand where they come from, because I think that's a lot of what the problem is right now in the world, that we don't want to listen to anyone else what they would have to say.
Yeah, everybody has their own opinions and choices on life, and everybody has their own right, wrong decisions and answers.
Let me ask you, let me just keep pushing this conversation forward. What do you want your world to look like? One of the amazing things about Rotary is they've said what we want our world to look like is not only for us to be able to make ethical decisions, but to service above self. What do you want, and to tackle some really big problems in the world, to change the world.
If you are sitting there right now, content with the world and content with getting benefits because you know somebody, I'm going to challenge you and say then you are not the hero, and you're not the heroine, and you're participating in the empire, and you're not the hero of the show.
When they were talking about being your own personal hero kind of thing, I think that definitely resonated with a lot of us individually. So.
The day concluded with the drawing for an iPad and the opportunity to apply for a Rotary-sponsored college scholarship.
They're out of their element. They are on a college campus, and we hope that a lot of them go on to post-secondary education. So getting them out of their environment onto this environment is one success. We don't know exactly what they're going to take home, but we do know that they'll have an experience where we talked about decisions, choices, and there are ramifications to those choices. So that's what we hope that they'll take home with them.